Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things. And in today's video, I'm going to do my monthly palette bingo. I know most of us are stuck at home right now, so this is actually something that you could do to keep yourself from going crazy in the meantime. So when I do my monthly palette bingos, I like to use all the eyeshadows that are in my Shop My Stash that specific month. And I did try to go with like a lot of springy kind of colors this month, so I'm hoping we get like a really cool spring look. I didn't do my lip color yet. I just put on a little like lip balm in the meantime because I want to pick the color based on what happens up here. So let me tell you what shadows we have to choose from. So the first palette is the Mini Nubian palette from Juvia'S Place, and these will be numbers 1 through 6. I also have the Colourpop Sweet Talk palette. These shades will be 7 through 18, and honestly, this shade right here is my favorite, and I'm really hoping we get it. So that probably means we won't get it, but I can dream. Okay, and then the last palette I have is the Karity Rose All Day palette, and this will be numbers 19 through 33. And then I also have 3 singles, so we'll throw those into the mix too. So number 34 will be this Catrice single in the shade Chocolate Cake by the Ocean, and it's like a shimmery bronzy kind of cool tone shade. Did I say this was 34? This is 34. I think I got this right. Then I have a cream shadow from Ulta in the shade Rose Gold. This will be 35. And then 36 will be my Urban Decay Heavy Metal in Midnight Cowboy. A lot of like pretty pinky spring tones, so we'll see what we get. I like to pick 5 shadows and just stick to those 5. And I use the Google number generator. I know there are apps for this. I know that you can just put like some numbers in a hat. I also realized I didn't do my introduction. If you guys want to see me do this palette bingo, then keep on watching. Let's go. Roll up my sleeves so we can do the swatches here. So we have 36. So our first shade is number 2. So that's going to be in our Juvia'S Place palette. And that is, ooh, that is not a spring color at all. It is this like warm toned, bronzy, red, brown shade. Okay, here we get ready. Wow, talk about the opposite of spring right there in a shade. Okay, our second shade is going to be number 30, which is in the Rose All Day. Okay, and that is this shade down here called Brute, and it's like a gold and bronze. We're getting a lot of like deeper shades. Did not see this coming. Okay, these are our first 2 shades. Okay, our next shade is gonna be number 15, which I do believe is in our Sweet Talk palette. Okay, and that's this shade over here, which is called ICYMI. Is that in case you missed it? I don't know. It's kind of like a, is that like a terracotta? Do we call it terracotta? It's kind of like the matte version of this shade. Very interesting. Okay, 4th shade is number 6, which is in the Juvia'S Place palette, which is this shimmer over here, which is more just like a, kind of like a traditional brown, I would say. No, it's kind of got a bronze to it. This is not what I was expecting when I used 2 pink palettes. Just saying. All right, the question is, will our last shade have any pink in it? Here we go. Number 14 is in Colourpop, and that is the pink, and this is called Dream Maker. And that is almost like a salmon-y pink. Okay, how do I want to do this? All right, I have a vision. So we're going to start with the pink Dream Maker as a transition shade, and I'm going to use this. This is a Wet n Wild blending brush, and we're going to put this up here in the crease. Now I'm going to go over with a empty fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M504, and I just want to diffuse the edges. Okay, so then I want to go in with the bronze, this darker brown, and that's from the Juvia'S palette. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with this shade with my finger. Should I do finger? You know what, I'm not gonna do finger. I'm gonna try with a brush. I don't use this Juvia'S palette a lot, so I don't really know how well it works. I'm gonna use this. This is the Moda shadow brush from the pastel collection, and I'm gonna try it with a brush. I feel like I always forget you can use shimmer shadows with a brush because I'm so used to using them with my fingers. And I'm putting this dark bronzy brown shade on the outer half. You know, I wore this like cute blue shirt thinking like we would get like a pretty pinky spring eyeshadow look. That didn't happen. Also, all of the makeup I am wearing today is from my Shop My Stash this month. I'm gonna go back in with the brush we used with the pink blend. Also, something crazy Scott and I did last night when we were filming. So I'm filming this video on the 29th. So last night on Saturday, Scott and I filmed a podcast. And it's just a random podcast. Nothing like super professional, just us chatting, if that is something you're interested in. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade, which is from the Karity palette. This like more like gold bronze down here. And I'm gonna use the other side of this brush and see if it works. Ooh, yeah, looks cool. Okay, I like that so far. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the matte bronzy shade, terracotta shade from the Sweet Talk palette. I'm going to work that on the outer half underneath my eye. And for this, I'm going to use another Wet n Wild brush. This is their P10 brush, looks like this. And I'm going to try to blend it into the eyeshadow on the upper lid, like so. I do definitely fear this type of like warm tones a lot because of, I just feel like it can look very sickly on me. So we are really going in deep with these warm tones today. All right, the next shade slash final shade is from the Juvia'S palette, and it's like this shimmery color, and I want like a, let's see if I have what I'm looking for. This will probably work. This is the Luxie 245 brush. I wanted something like small and flat, so I'm gonna go in with that shade right here. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going in here with that shade carefully and blending it in to the matte. And then what I want to do is I want to go in with this shade from the Rosé palette and blend them in together right here and see if I can drag the golden color down a little. Now, one other thing I want to do is the fluffy brush we were using in the crease. I want to come down here with it a little. Make sure everything's blended the way I want. All right. Now I'm definitely going to throw in some mascara because that I feel like is going to make a big difference in this eye look right now. So I'm going to throw in my Thrive mascara. I actually just redeemed like all of the Ipsy points I had remaining for another full size of this because I was like, this is a very expensive mascara. If I can get it for free with the few points I have left with Ipsy, I'm gonna do it. Okay, now for a lip color. You know what, I think I'm gonna go in with this one. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss in this shade Bare Attraction. So I'm gonna rub off our lip balm. Going with this. Okay, and there is the extremely dramatic look that I was not anticipating. I feel like I need more blush. Does anyone else feel like I need more blush with this look? Or is that just me? When all else fails, I go in with my MAC Glow Clay blush. I feel like if we're gonna be really colorful, why not go fully colorful? Okay, and there you have it. I don't love the look, but it's not as bad as other bingos have turned out. It's definitely out of my comfort zone. It's definitely not the springy pink vibes I was dreaming of, but this is what we were given. Let me know in the comments if you guys are doing stuff like this to keep yourself busy at home. Are there other fun like makeup games you're playing to keep yourself occupied, playing with what you have? Let me know in the comments, and as usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!